Hey guys, Steve Alexander here. Hey, out here, SAMTB, out here today, Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day here in North Carolina. Back to the humidity. I was out in the West Coast where like 50% humidity evidently is a lot for them. We're usually around like 80 something percent here in Raleigh, Holly Springs, and 90 plus degrees. So anyway, got out early. I'm out here. It's only about, it's 10 o'clock now already. Wow, we're about 83, 84 degrees, but I'm not here to talk about the weather. Posted on Instagram a couple days ago, might have been a day or two ago actually, that I just want to kind of touch on just a couple things really quick. If you follow the channel for a while, number one, thank you guys so much. Thanks for hanging around, sticking in. I know I've been a little bit elusive lately. I started doing some work for another YouTuber, doing some editing and stuff. Video production editing for a pro mountain biker, which is kind of nice to be around like an actual professional mountain biker and see what their life is like and what their routine is like, and just working with this guy was just phenomenal. Super class, A-class guy. His name is Jeff Lenoski, so shout out to him, man. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you. And if you haven't gotten over to his channel, which is Jeff Lenoski, he's the trail boss. He's got 6 recent how-to videos, really great, covers everything from like the ground on up, bunny hops, jumps, drops, whole bunch of other stuff on there. He's got this move called the punch, which is kind of like, it's kind of hard to describe, you just got to watch it. It's amazing what he can do with this move. Helps him get over like tons and tons of stuff on the trails. Anyway, but today I had a friend reach out to me just a couple weeks ago and was like, hey man, looking to get a mountain bike, what do you think? And then so obviously if you're brand new, you're getting into mountain biking, what are the essentials? That's kind of the question here today. So number one is obviously a mountain bike, which might be harder than you think if you're new or you don't know anything about mountain biking. You just happen to find this channel somehow randomly. Well, welcome. Mountain bikes right now are in short supply. Really short supply. Even used stuff is kind of hard to come by because everybody wants like primo top dollar. Example, I bought this Ibis Ripmo. It's the NX version, but I've upgraded it with the XT brakes and a GX shifter now and a couple of other shifts. Anyway, doesn't matter. I paid about $3,100 for that bike, and now I could probably easily sell it for at least the same amount, simply because finding somebody who has one in supply is nearly impossible. And if you want to wait 6 to 10 months, that's what you can expect for this particular bike if you can't find it in supply. So anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but I'm going to get to my point. After you have your bike though, first question my buddy asked me was, well, what do I really need? And that's a great question, because when you start spending like $3, $5, $8, $10,000 on a bicycle, you can begin to like really imagine how much gear you could add in if you've got the kind of budget that you can just go out and drop 8 to 10 grand on a bike. You're like, well, what else do I need? I need everything. But maybe you're not. Maybe you're wanting to get into the sport. You're really loving this. You've maybe rented a bike or two and you're like, man, I love this. I want to get into this. What do I need? Then I just wanted to touch on just a couple of really, really essentials. And 1 or 2 things I would think, like, if you can get them and you splurge just the tiniest bit, it will dramatically improve your experience riding. So number one, just going to get it out of the way. There's absolutely no question about this. You need a helmet. Now this is a Specialized. It's kind of basic. I think it ran me around $80 or so. Probably overpaid for it. I got it at a local bike shop that's really more of a chain bike shop, which if that's all you've got around you, well, great. Okay. If they've got bikes, okay. But if you can find like an independent bike shop, local bike shop, that's where you're going to win. They're going to have really the high quality stuff, better quality, and probably even a better selection. So like for example, if you went into Trek, you're only going to find there they only sell what they can sell. So Bondraker stuff across the board. Tires, everything on their stuff is labeled by them. So if you wanted, like, say, a Specialized or a POC or anything else, they're not going to have it primarily. Now they might have a couple things here and there, but that's a pretty good rule. So number one absolutely is get yourself a helmet. Get a helmet that has something called MIPS, M-I-P-S. It's a mitigation system, which means it helps to lessen the likelihood of a concussion. I'm gonna labor on this for one more second and just tell you guys, about a year and a half ago, I was pretty new to mountain biking. I went on a jump, a third of a couple of jumps. I misjudged it. I broke my collarbone, I broke my left arm, nothing like horrible. I mean, I broke my bones, but it wasn't like, bones were sticking out and everything all over the place. But I hit my head when I hit, because I kind of did this Superman launch and broke shoulder, arm, and I hit my head really good. Like I had a pretty good mark like on the side of my head here. I came down, took the visor right off my helmet. Hadn't been wearing a helmet, then my broken collarbone and my broken arm would have been the very least of my worry. So I'm laboring on this for 1 minute. If you just think you're too cool to ride with a helmet, you just, it's hot, whatever. Don't ride. Don't be a moron. I'm being probably a little extreme here, but just don't be a moron. Like, wear a helmet. If you don't wear a helmet for you, there's anybody else at all in your life that cares about you or that you love or think they might want you to hang around for another minute or two on the earth, wear a freaking helmet. All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Cool. So next thing is glasses. I have a pair right here. I've got a dark pair and I have a light pair on for when I'm in. You can't tell right now, but once you get into the woods a little bit, even though it's a beautiful sunny day, bright day out there, once you're in there, it gets a little darker. So dark sunglasses are actually gonna impede your vision. The thing that you're using to protect your eyes is actually gonna hurt you in terms of like visibility. So get a light pair of glasses, like either a clearish or like a yellow, clear, amber, something lighter. So when you're in the woods on a not so sunny day maybe, you can still protect your eyes and see. So those are like two really, 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 really important things, I'd say. Without question, a lot of people don't think about the glasses. Get those. They're really important. Enough that you can get a pair for 15 bucks at Walmart or something. Just get a pair on there, something. But if you can get a better pair that's gonna offer you better protection, get those too. Smith sell amazing ones. POC sell amazing ones. There's tons of them out there. If you want the knockoffs from China because you don't care about, supporting Americans, then get some crap from China. But anyway, just kidding. Totally just kidding. Anyway, and then number 3, I would say, is a tie. And it's a tie at both ends of your body. One is a pair of gloves. So I have these awesome gloves grips on here now. These are the PNW grips. They're awesome. They're super sticky, wet, dry, anything. But the pair I had before these were these lizard skins, and you go into the shop, you try them out, you get your hands on there, your hands are nice and dry, everything's dry, it's perfect, you're not sweaty or anything like that. They feel great. You get on the trail, you start sweating, and it's like trying to hold on to like a greased pig. Really not great. Not a great experience. So great gloves, and then the opposite end of that are shoes. Get a pair of sneakers that are actually dedicated mountain bike sneakers. Now these suckers, you begin to see a little bit of wear and tear on them, but I've had these a year and a half, almost a little bit more than a year and a half. And these are the 510, which they changed the label on it. Now it has an Adidas label on it, but it's a 510. I think these are the Free Riders. They're the Free Riders. And they're amazing. They're just freaking amazing. They will clip in, lock into your pedals just like glue. Seriously, like they're amazing. So that would tie. Also, then we can now continue down our rabbit hole with get a good pair of pedals. Get a pair of pedals that have metal spikes or pegs in them. I use these Chester Race Face Chesters right here. And as you can see, they have these little like cleats on them. These help seriously to lock into your sneakers, your pedals and your sneakers. Like you're locked on pretty good. The only next step up after this are clip-ins. And then we're just going to a whole new level. And I would honestly say that before you got clip-ins, because your bike is not going to come with pedals. If you're buying a level bike like this is an Ibis Ripmo AF, or anything of this level and up, you're not getting some crap at Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods or some crap store like that. Then the next thing you want to do is, instead of wasting your money on clipless pedals and shoes and stuff that you're just going to kill yourself on the first 6 months you're riding anyway. Get your balance down right and stuff. Is get a dropper post. This freaking thing will help you ride better. And I know some people are gonna be like, oh, bullshit, you don't need a dropper, blah, 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 blah. Well, let me just tell you, you're riding, and the ability to put this seat up and down is not only an issue of like rider comfort, but safety. Because if you can't move and drop your post, you're gonna get lazy, tired, and you're gonna decide, I'm not gonna drop it. And this little seat here is gonna bump you right over the bars, guaranteed pretty soon. So this little lever right here on the bike is a life changer. This one right here, you just push this and your seat will go up and down, up and down. You sit on it, it goes down, and when you press the lever, boop, it pops back up. Super, super amazing. So that is my wrap for today. These are the most important, essential items you must have for mountain biking. Now, we can go on if we wanted to. I can talk about like backpacks and the Hydra system. This is super important. Obviously, you have to have water when you're out riding. It's 80-something degrees now. It's gonna be in the 90s today. You'll die if you don't have enough water. Seriously, you'll get this delirious and you'll just tip over and die. So you're gonna need some type of a water system. If you wanna look like a total wanker, get a water bottle cage and just throw that piece of crap on your $6,000 bike, or get a nice waist pack or backpack and be smart, because you can carry some other stuff in it. So when you get flat or you need to adjust something, you actually have a tool because you have a backpack or something to carry it in, because being prepared is cool. So that's it. I'll have a list of like more detailed stuff. I am about to talk about the tires. I've been just kind of throwing this in here on the tail end of this here. Right now I have the Minion DHFs on the front, and I've got the Aggressor, also by Maxxis, on the rear. I'll tell you the truth. I was trying to get my hands on the Vittoria Mazzas and Martellos, and they are almost impossible to find. It's like finding a bike, almost impossible. So I'm going to throw the Assegai on the front again. So far, for whatever this is worth, I know this is about essential gear, but I'm just going to tell you, I think the Assegai is the best tire I've ever ridden on. It is way better than your Minion DHF. Minion DHF is a great tire, but the Minion is a better tire. I mean, the Assegai is a better tire. Definitely a better tire. And I might throw the DHR on the rear of this thing. Gonna see how that pans out for the next 6 months or so. And I'll talk more about the DHF this next week or so when I do the swap out. Tell you what I love about it, what I don't love about it so much, where it excels, and where I think it falls a little bit short in some ways. So anyway, thank you guys so much for checking in today. Steve Alexander. Check out more of my videos. I'd love it if you hit subscribe, click that little like button, leave some comments. I am sure you guys have comments and thoughts, and they're all going to be super, super, super nice and thoughtful and courteous, right? Awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon.